Hello, Jack.
Hey,
Welcome to the OBZODACT. This is episode number 109, I think.
that's quite a lot.
Yeah, you're the 109th episode. I'm gonna have a little bit of swing. Oh shit. I didn't actually expect I would be doing this. It's alright though.
Yeah, brings back memories.
Yeah. Did you go to parks as a kid?
Yeah, no, it's been a long time. Well, actually saying that, I mean, I do have nieces and nephews, so I do try to go with them a few times, so...
Yeah. You don't feel weird going as a man?
Nah, not always.
Sometimes I want to just go to a park by myself, and I think, oh fuck, I can't do that anymore. This seems weird. And then I have to like find a kid to bring with me, but that's almost weirder. Just going around asking random kids on the street, like, hey, come to the park with me.
Yeah, just asking them, yeah, if you come with me, I'll give you a sweetie.
Yeah, I always pull that one out, and then they get their parents and stuff. Kids nowadays know too much. They know too much.
No, it's all the iPads. That's what they're doing it for the term.
Yeah, I got to bring an iPad with me. Look, kid, you can use you can have infinite hours on the iPad. Because kids nowadays, their parents give them these limitations, like 1 hour on the iPad. But that's how I get the kids. I say, nah, you can have like 3 hours. No, all right. That's how you get kids. Anyway, no, sorry. So fuck, you are called Jack Barry.
Yeah, Jack Barry. Yeah.
And we met on we were doing a job.
Yeah, the job. That was the Halloween thing at Johnson's, wasn't it? The Halloween Scare Fest. Well, maybe not Scare Fest, was it? Family friendly, so scare the kids, but not too much to cry. Yeah,
we had to... There was a lot of kids who would be, like, scared by my presence, because I was obviously dressed up as what even was I? Scarecrow.
Scarecrow, yeah, that was it.
So, like, some kids would be like, oh, this is lame, but then other kids, I could tell, just by... They would just approach me, and I'd be like a scarecrow or whatever, just standing there. And they would start crying straight away.
Yeah.
And I'd be... My friend Ruth there, who was a scarecrow with me, I'd have to be like, hey, okay, this one's crying. Let's not, let's not be too scary. Because you were a Bigfoot.
Yeah, Bigfoot. That was a lot more challenging with some of the kids. If they were more little, I would just, scurry behind the trees and then go say hello to them. But if they're a bit older, I'd probably hide behind the truck and then just rush out like boo, like that. Yeah. Just really scare a lot of them. A lot of them
I heard a lot of screams from you.
I think there was like a couple that just saw me, then he ran back the other way, and the parents were like, no, come back, we have to go this way.
Yeah, you were scaring them away from the park. That's funny. Yeah, because there was a trail, wasn't it? And so, like, yeah, I was like, what would you say, like, about 50 feet away, something like that?
Yeah.
And so I could hear the screams that you were getting, and it was good, though. I could tell there were a lot of, I think you got my mum. My mum
I think it must have once, yeah. Or that one time, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was fun. I think you did a very good job of staying in character. Because the whole time I'd be like, hey Jack, you going on lunch break now? And you'd be like, yep. And then you'd walk off. You'd just nod at me.
Yeah, it was all just trying to keep the magic alive. Even if the kids were like, that's not really Bigfoot, I would just still carry on, just staying in character. Even walking the whole time, just trying to keep big steps, because big feet and all. That was...
Yeah.
That was the real challenge as well, just to make sure not to go, oh yeah, or something like that.
You're a method actor. You had to get into, you had to do your big feet, so you really did feel like Bigfoot.
Yeah. And the whole time, I don't know why it even came out of it, but every time just walking through the park, just to go back and forth from the, our meet lunch area to our working area.
Yeah.
I just had the song of the Teddy Bear's Picnic going through my head, just creepily going, if you go down in the woods today, just as I was walking by them.
So you're walking, that's what your tune was?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. God, you are a method. I couldn't method act, you see. I tried to ask them, like, okay, I'm being a scarecrow, I need to get into character and everything, so I said, is there any, like, straw or hay I can eat? You know what I mean? Just, like, so I can have just hay inside me, because, that's how scarecrows are made. And they're like, no, you're going to get ill. I said, no, I need to method act. And so those big hay bales I was putting the kids on, I would, like, munch away at them. I got through, like, 2 hay bales by the end of it.
Yeah, you were well stuffed.
I was stuffed, yeah. But the thing is, though, I got really ill, But I think it was the burgers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the hay, it was the burgers they were feeding us.
No, they had good burgers, though. Even though I never had any, I really felt like I should have.
Oh, you never had one of the burgers?
No, never did.
Because earlier today you were just telling me how you want to eat more real burgers.
Yeah.
You know, those were real, but they were steak burgers, and they were red inside. Because, you know, usually a burger, you got to cook it all the way through. But because it was made just from the steak, it was just seared a bit.
Yeah,
it was good.
With real proper burgers, it weren't just like simple cow burgers, were they?
No. It was, what was it? It was...
I know, I was about to say ostrich, but that was definitely not it.
It wasn't ostrich, no.
Ostrich steak.
Whatever it was on the farm, yeah. It was killed there. And like all the ingredients and stuff. Oh, it's great. Yeah, and then even like I just went to the one time when I couldn't get a burger, I went and bought myself a sandwich. And it was just great. It was like, okay, this is a sandwich, but the meat in it was from there. But then you I don't know if you saw how the burgers were made, but I saw I think it's just a lamb or something just skinned in a wheelbarrow. I was like, oh,
yeah,
fuck.
that was a little bit.
Did you see that as well?
I think I may have. There's something that felt like it should have been the horror track, just somewhere down there.
Yeah, just put it down there. Yeah. Oh, because what they're planning on doing, or what I've heard they're planning on doing, Johnson's, is I don't know if you'd get involved with this, but something just for the adults is, you know how they have chainsaws and stuff, like chopping down trees?
Yeah, that sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, just take the chain off of them, and then we can chase the adults around with real chainsaws.
Oh, God, that would be amazing, that. Yeah. And instead of a sweetie shop, it'll be probably drinks of blood or alcohol or something like that.
Yeah, put the real blood of the of the animals. Yeah. And we'll get them so worn out and so thirsty that they're like, oh, God, I'll drink it, and then they're drinking real blood. We'll lock them in there. And then we start using real chainsaws, and they won't even know.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll actually commit murder. Because it will be locked in a plate. It's like it'll be the Wild West, you know? The law won't be able to get in, because Johnson's is a big farm. I think we could just commit mass murder in there.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Release the lions.
Yeah. There are lions there, actually, isn't there? You got a picture of them. Yeah. That was fun. They have a lot of animals. A lot of animals that, like... And some made me think, should that animal really be in this country? You know what I mean? But I'm glad it is. I'm glad I could see it. Yeah. I don't know if you tried it. Did you try their crocodile gin?
I don't think I did. No.
It was. Yeah. It was basically crocodile piss turned into gin. Basically, is what it was. But it was good. It tasted good. They had put banana in it. Yeah. Jack, I got a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you prefer out of these two options? Real life war or video game war?
Oh dear. By choice, I would have to go like, not the real life war, but probably the video game war. Only because at least then, if you die, you get a second chance at killing all the buggers who got you first, and then just carry on. Whilst in real life, if you're dead, you're dead. You can never come back from it.
That's the fucking thing. And then if you've been a good man and you go to heaven, you know, I don't think there would be war in heaven. So then you can't even have war again. You'll be in heaven all bored. Like, what am I going to do?
Yeah, between you, you're too good. You're like, here's some more lettuce, and I'll be more like, no, don't give me lettuce. I'll be more, let us go, or something like that.
Yeah, let us go back to war.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake! And you know what? I'm sorry to disagree with you, but I'd pick real life war.
Nah, that's pretty good.
Because I think what I would do is first of all, I'm going to see if I can... There you go. Oh, there you go. What I would do is I would do some training in the video game, right? And then use my skill... So, like, I'd play loads of Call of Duty, like, for, 5-10 hours every day. And then after I've done that, I'd complete every campaign on Veteran. After that, I would just... Literally, I'd just catch a plane to... wherever, Ukraine, whatever. Then from there, I'd take a bus over to Russia, and I would just think, I'll just pick up a gun when I get there. I guess, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I think after gaming for 10 hours every day for maybe 3 months, I would be ready.
Oh god, yeah, especially after that amount of time. Although I did give paintballing a try. And that was just more painful than it's felt. I mean, even at the just survival or fittest at the very end, just use all your ammo up, shooting at everyone. I mean, I was the last one out because I stupidly bought more ammo before the last game, and I thought, oh no, I made a mistake here. And I ended up
staying it.
I think I ended up being the most hurt. I mean, everyone was, all the group that I was with was out there thinking, oh yeah, Jack's been there for a while, isn't he? I come back in, there's literally paint all over me, and even on my helmet, I was thinking, and I just came out with shaking my head going, that did not go well.
Did you have a lot of welts over you, a lot of...
what, the bruises you mean?
Yeah.
That's the odd thing. I mean, there were definitely points where I felt like I got so badly hurt, but yet there was not one bruise on me.
That's weird. It
was like maybe a few like little light bruises, like fainted ones, but nothing really that stuck. I mean, the only person I think who really got most bruises was my mate Craig. He was really battered, but that was because that day was his birthday as well. So
you were all getting him.
They had this tradition where the birthday boy would run armless with no weapon, go straight down with everyone shooting at him as he went through, and that just looked so painful for him.
You're definitely gonna get bruised doing that. Jesus Christ.
God, yeah.
I went there recently. Did you go to there's one in Peterborough. Did you go to that one?
No, this one was actually I think it was just outside Leicester.
Leicester, okay.
Yeah,
because I went to one just nearby in Peterborough, and we did the same thing at the end. We did the all free for all, just use up your ammo. No one goes out, and some people opted out. so I took their paintballs and stuff. I made the same mistake as you basically. Yeah. And then I was just getting welted, and I couldn't stop though. There was just me and this one guy. This other guy, I don't think he had felt any pain because he was just shooting, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I was just screaming, running around, facing my back, and I was like, oh no, now I'm getting shot. I have to turn around again. I didn't know what to do with myself, but I had all these welts over me. Then the next day they're all gone. It's weird. I was actually bleeding and everything, but I had no scars to tell the tale.
Nah, it's pretty strange that way. I mean, not a single scar, and yet it's the perfect story for at least a lad's night out.
Yeah.
But if you just kept something, well...
Maybe the paintball, because some of the paintballs I noticed with mine, they weren't popping, so I'm thinking maybe they're less powerful, because I went 10 years ago, and back then it really hurt, and I got bruises that lasted, and every paintball that hit me popped.
Yeah.
But now, with the one I recently went to, it still hurt, but I noticed a lot of the paintballs weren't popping. So I think maybe they don't put as much power in it anymore.
Probably not, no. I mean, even had this weird other options. I mean, like the paint grenades and all that, but from what I heard, they were not the greatest of weapons to use.
Oh,
or
really?
Something like that. I mean,
how come? What, too painful?
No, I don't think it was the painfulness. I think it was just the actual effect of them. I don't think there was a big blast of it or anything like that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's not you don't get as many people with it.
Like a lot of times, I think someone thought, oh yeah, it's gonna be big. Well, everyone's gonna get it, but I think other times it's like, it was just a little, like that or something.
Very unreliable. Maybe what they're trying to do is simulate real war, where manufacturers, they wouldn't be able to make every grenade perfect, and and all the supply lines were running out in the First World War, Second World War.
Yeah, whatever. Something like that.
They were making dud bullets. What war would you want to be in?
Oh, good God. I think any war that does not include you dying too quickly. Or
painfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I've got more of a thing for fantasy wars, with swords and daggers or anything like that. Because this then, it's close combat.
Yeah.
Because then you can have a chance to at least swing something and all that. But with a gun, it's just simple, you're dead.
Were you telling me a few months ago you did fantasy combat? Was that you telling me that?
I don't think I did. I may have... Did I do fantasy combat?
It's probably someone else. I was thinking, for some reason in my head, I had you clocked as someone who... You know what they do when a whole bunch of guys meet up and they all get dressed up and have a sword fight?
Oh, yeah, that. No, I don't think that was me.
No, okay. No, because you might like that if you were into that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I want to get more training into it, because otherwise I know I'm just going to get probably cuts and bruises, but just like the paintballing, really.
Yeah, you're going to get more gun training.
No knowing what's going to happen.
You told me you're going to get more gun training. You're going to get gun trained.
Yeah, well, I did think it. I mean, I did go to a rifle range a while back for clay pitching practice. Didn't do too badly, actually, although some of them were more difficult than others. I think the last one was more trouble, because what were the shots to do? They had one where the plate would just come up and then straight back down.
Yeah.
Then there's one that would just go over and up like that, like a rainbow shape sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
And then I think what was the one was it that did it for me? It was one where it flew diagonally, where it go from one like here. It was sling up in a distance like that.
Oh, you're talking about the clay pigeons moving?
Yeah, moving like that.
Oh, that's hard, yeah.
I mean, that is more tough. But the trick they said was to shoot in the bottom right corner of the projectile. So if you shoot like that and keep the gun moving, you're definitely to hit the target.
Oh, like you have to go a little bit ahead of it.
Something like that, yeah. But because I think that's what did it for me, because I kept stopping with the gun.
Oh,
and, yeah, exactly like that. So I just kept stopping and not moving along so apparently if you move along with the gun, then that's more, I don't know exactly the scientific thing of it, but I think I'm guessing the bullet sort of follows through with a shot or something like that.
Yeah, that would make sense, because obviously if you keep it in line with the pigeon, it's like by keeping it in line with the pigeon, it's almost like everything else is moving, but your gun and the pigeon are still.
Yeah, exactly.
So if as long as you keep going with it, yeah. I guess what it's like, if you think about it with everything, or like if your gun and the pigeon were still, what you were doing first was probably something like you're shooting and then moving the gun away at the last second.
Yeah.
Is probably what it would. There's some science to it. Some science guy probably figured it out. Some fucking nerd.
Yeah,
I hate nerds. Fucking nerds. Yeah, I beat nerds up. I'm gonna. Should we find some nerds? If any kids come into this park, should we just beat them up if they wear glasses, especially?
Well, probably not. Otherwise, we look even more ballistic. Probably.
we're already like probably being watched. Like, what are those fucking two guys doing there? There is a gym right there. Is that a gym?
Yeah, a gym right next door. Yeah, I think there used to be a swimming pool next door, but the new houses here replaced it. So.
Oh, these new homes coming in. Oh my god! What do you think of all that? New homes coming in.
Honestly, I think I would have preferred the pool better, because at least then you get in and actually go for a swim. Yeah. I mean, with this law, you can't. It'd be a bit awkward knocking on someone's door saying, "Excuse me, can I just borrow your bathtub?"
Yeah, I was gonna say you could at least get in the bathtub. Like, look, you know what used to be here, right? Yeah, the swimming pool. Yep, so I'm coming in to use the bath. All right. It'd be fair. We should do that after.
Oh god, yeah, that'd be hilarious.
We'll try the houses. I'm gonna like look at my questions to make sure because the real life war video game war was important, but now I've got some more here. Oh, so I told you I wanted to watch your movie.
Oh yeah, that one.
I don't know how much you want to talk about the background stuff going on there.
Well, yeah, I can give a try to give some feedback on it, or background talk on it, yeah.
Yeah, so what is it called? Goldilocks and the Three Bears, The Last Supper, or...
Death and Porridge, that was it,
yeah. Oh, fuck, sorry, yeah.
Last Supper, I think, yep, that's definitely a sequel coming along.
Yeah, I just came up with the sequel name. I was meant to watch it yesterday, and to be completely honest with you, I just got drunk at the pub and got back too ill, full of milkshake.
Nah, to be fair, I think you would probably enjoy the film more if you were drunk, really.
I'll get drunk again.
Yeah.
And I'll watch it. Me and my friend were going to watch it, and then, it's got too late and he left. But yeah. What, you were one of the three bears in Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Yeah, I mean, originally, there's a bit of backstory to it, because, originally in the casting, they were asking for someone who was 5'1".
Yeah.
And because in my profile, I actually did a miswrite of my height. So when they originally interviewed me, they thought I was 5'1", but no, I had to repeat them saying, no, actually I'm 5'11". So
you put one of the ones. Oh
yeah,
my God.
But luckily it all fixed up. So thankfully I did not play the part of Baby Bear. I was actually instead Mama Bear.
Oh, good.
So I was mid-range height, but luckily there was a 6-foot guy who took up Daddy Bear, and I think we originally had someone else who was going to do Baby Bear, but we actually got one of our special effects ladies to take up the role, so she had 2 different parts in the production to take up.
Oh, that's fun. So she didn't even go there to act, but she was doing one of the bears.
Yeah, she got a promotion. Or maybe a devotion. I don't know which is better. Better say.
Did she get paid more for doing the bear?
I think she may have. I mean, because with the contract nightmares that was been going on.
Oh yeah, speaking of pay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the film itself didn't do so badly as we thought, but with all the background story with our director and producers, it's just been absolute chaos, really. We've not heard anything ever since, really, but it's looking like it's just going to be a released film, but I don't know if we're ever going to get our money's worth for it.
So what were you... Can I ask what you were promised to be paid?
We were originally promised somewhere around maybe I think it must have been around maybe over 1,000 quid's worth each.
Yeah.
But
and what was it, like a contract, like a proper like?
Yeah,
contract?
I think it was like a natural proper contract of sorts, with all signatures and all that, right, promising the agreement.
Yeah.
But I think it was just I'm not going to say fraud, because we were definitely promised it, but our director, I don't know if you ever heard of him, like Craig Reese, I think. I believe that was his name. No. The only thing I've known him to be famous for is having an appearance on a Friends episode when aired or something like that. But no, I think it's just going to be like one of those, because you get all those actors who say, this is my first ever project, it was a disaster or anything like that. I think this may be like one of those stories where the project didn't go well, but it's a first time thing. So something like this is going to happen to any actor when they find it. So, but it's a fallback that can easily be fixed. So, and the film's still out there. It's going out. People are watching it. So it's still a bonus, really. I mean, everyone is getting reckoned for what they do or what they did for the film.
That's good. As long as you got your credit up there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all credit. It's still good credit.
Yeah.
Well,
has it got you more jobs since?
I don't know if the film has, but a lot of the other stuff that I've done afterwards with other work, it has helped out as well. I mean, not just for film work, but with other stuff that I've been in. In fact, even though it's not as big of a role from Goldilocks, I did have like an extra or essay work from the recently released film We Live in Time.
Oh, okay.
With Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh. So,
what did you do for that? Sorry.
So in that film, it wasn't a big role. It was just a little like appearance in the background. But I was one of the joggers in the park in one of the scenes.
Cool, man.
So when you see the two walking through the park, you can see me like in the background just running down the hill. It wasn't too bad of a shot as well. It was very nicely done, but you can actually see it as well in a few of the trailers or the TV spots as well.
Okay, yeah.
That same scene with me running in it, but...
Oh, so you're in the trailers?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Not
so much as well, but it's still likely. But that whole day of the shoot with the actual, like, running up downhill, it was, I was about to say tiring, but knackering. Because, you know, with the continuancy, where you had to get multiple shots in different times and all that.
Yeah.
So it was... maybe a couple of hours worth, about maybe 8 to 10 shots, and every time we reset, it was a big hill. So it was me running down the hill for the shoot, and then I had to run all the way back up again just to get to the top. And by the time I even get up to the top, they just say, action. And it took me that long just to get back up, just to shoot back down.
Oh my God, couldn't you just say, action in 1 minute, 1 minute action. Just wait. Jesus Christ. That's funny, because I'd watch that scene probably. If I didn't know you and I watched that scene, I'd probably see it and think like, well, yeah, I wouldn't think much of it. Oh, they just got a guy to run, whatever.
Yeah.
But, these guys coming in the park? No, we're good. Yeah, man. That sounds fucking exhausting. My friend actually, who I met today, she wants to see that movie.
Yeah.
So, if we go and see it, I may have to watch out for that scene. Do you know how far into the movie it is?
I think it must have been around 30 to 40 minutes time. It's sort of in the moment where the two characters go out with each other. I mean, not to give any spoilers away. I mean, the characters just sort of like start hanging out with each other in public or something like that. I mean, I did actually see the film itself just to try and spot me.
Yeah?
Exactly.
Did you spot yourself? Did you spot yourself? You did?
I did manage to, and I had to tell my mum exactly where I was because she couldn't figure out where I was. So I was like, yeah, I'm right there. Missed it.
So how much running are you? So is it like a couple seconds of running?
I think it must be about maybe... just trying to figure it out. It must be about maybe 2, 3, 4 seconds worth of time.
Okay, that's not so bad. But for hours of running to get 2, 3, 4 seconds,
it's not bad.
That's like,
and it was a long. Well, I'd say
that's more time than I'd expect. You know what I mean? To like, you have to run for 3, 4 hours, or you said a couple hours.
It might have been a couple of hours. It might have been short. I mean, it felt like hours just being on set, waiting all day just to get And especially being the only one in shorts as well on a cold day. That was just so freezing. All the other essays on the set were just like, mate, you have got to be freezing in just in shorts. I'm like, yes, I am.
Yeah. When did you film that?
Oh, it was somewhere in London. I can't remember the name now.
Sorry, when? Like, was it last year?
No, this was a couple of years back, actually, back in 2022.
Oh, but it's just been released, hasn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
So it was still in production then, but... Yeah, but luckily, I can't remember if actually in the film itself it said 2022 or 2024. I mean, there was
Is it the new Andrew Garfield film?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's just like... Is it still in cinemas right now?
I think it must be, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, oh god, movies take forever to come out.
Yeah.
I'm going to restart the camera. This won't take very long to come out because it's... I don't edit these. Yeah, the camera, after 30 minutes, it just stops. Stops all of a sudden. Oh, man, that's awesome. Did you, when you were, like, running, did you ever think, like, I gotta get a line in, and you run past and you say, hey, what's up, I'm running here, and you go by? Something like that. Or you'd probably think of something clever if you had a couple hours. You'd be like, hey, Andrew. You say that. I know. Hey, you two look good together. You could say something like that.
I could have really.
And then the director would be like, "Cut. That's amazing." And then they replace. They're like, wait, no, let's rewrite. And then before you know it, they write it so the girl's like, Andrew, no, I don't think we are good together. Who is this guy? And then you two, you become the lead. You know what I mean? 40 minutes in, they switch it around. Could have happened. Could have happened if you said something.
Could have, yeah. I think at one point, I may have actually gone, me leg, or something like that.
Oh, that would have been good if they put that in.
Luckily, it wasn't Mike there, because I was thinking, oh no, that's going to be in the final cut.
Yeah, after ADR it, the runner's cut his leg. I've heard a story that Brad Pitt, he used to be an extra. That's how he started.
Oh yeah, I think I may have heard that somewhere.
And he was a waiter in a show or a movie or something, and he tries to get a line in, and he got told off for it though.
Oh.
Have you ever tried to sneak a line in?
I know. I mean, if I was suggested to, I probably would, but no, I've always been too afraid to. Really, only for that reason, being told off. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really that much of a risk taker most days. Really, if I just say, give me something to do and I'll do it. I mean, it was exactly the same for many other projects as well, really. Just do what you do, Jack, and not piss them off.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you do that, though, maybe that's a good way to keep getting work from the same people,
Yeah.
They're never going to be like, oh, Jack's a wild card. He might start screaming,
Yeah, you never know.
Because, that's the thing, you're not mic'd up. So if you're gonna start doing a scene with you're running past Andrew Garfield, who's the girl called?
I can't remember the character's name, but the actress was Florence Poe.
Oh, okay. So Andrew and Florence, you're running past. Obviously, their mic is like above them or whatever.
Somewhere there, yeah.
And you're far away from the mic. So if you're running past, you're already have to go, hey, you two, hey, how are you guys doing? You have to yell to make sure you're picked up on the mic. You got any more extra roles coming up? Because I could workshop some ideas with you right now and get a line for you to yell.
Nothing more coming up at the moment. I know I'm still penciled for potential work in February time. I don't know what that one is, but I think I don't remember what the last one is. Well, actually, I can't really say what the last one was because everything I've done is still in production. So if I do actually mention something of it, it'll probably...
it'll be like years, like the Andrew Garfield thing, yeah. Oh, God, these guys, it's because, it's definitely a creative process, but I think a big reason why things take so long to come out, because everyone's got their hand out, everyone wants to this needs to happen, this needs to happen, and then everyone wants their cut, you know what I mean?
Yeah, all that rubbish.
And, oh, God, just give us, I think what they should do is just give out the raw footage, and then just, in the cinema, it'll be like a 20-hour movie or whatever of all the raw footage, hundreds of hours, and just let the audience just watch it and come in and out, decide what they want to see. Oh, that take wasn't very good.
Yeah. I mean, they have them screen tests, don't they, for many films in the early stages, don't they, for some films? Yeah. I don't know which ones. I know from one story that I heard about the upcoming Snow White live-action film that Disney's been in progress with. I don't know if that's. I don't know if the trailer's been out yet or not. It might have actually, but from what I've heard, a lot of their test screenings were absolutely horrific from
really?
all the backlash because everyone. I don't know where exactly. Maybe everyone in America or worldwide saying they don't like the CGI dwarfs. They don't like Rachel Zegler portraying the character herself because how she's been acting out in public and on social medias. And I'm kind of with them in a way. I mean, this new Snow White just does not look like how the original should be, really.
Yeah, I think people are getting sick of. I know I am. I know I'm getting sick of live action, like CGI stuff. I think a lot of the charm of a Disney movie, especially like The Lion King, like that was such a charming movie because it was, you know, you could see the animation, the expression, everything. But then when it's just you just see animals, it's like animals are nice, but it's like you can't, you know, you don't see a lion and get like an expression from it. You know what I mean?
No.
You have to humanize them a bit. And I think for me at least, that's why I'm like, oh, I just can't be. I can't go see like a 3-hour movie of like a bunch of CGI animals.
Nah.
I don't know. What did you think of the Lion movie? What's it called? Lion King. Sorry.
I'm still about the same, really. I mean, the whole emotion thing. I mean, it was not the same impact as a kid when you saw the animation one, because even the characters Timon and Pumbaa, there was like a fourth wall sort of secret to them because they could easily get away with anything they wanted. But this new lot, it's just. I think I may have heard it before somewhere, but I think I agree with what they said, which was it felt more like a National Geographic like sort of thing where you hear someone saying, "Here we have the Lion King prancing around," and that sort of thing. And it's the same reason why I didn't even bother to see this Mufasa film in a way.
Yeah, that new one I didn't even when that came out. I was just like, oh god. Yeah, no, because it looks. Like, obviously, the CGI, whatever, they know what they're doing, but it's just not the right place, I don't think.
I mean, it's the same with the Jungle Book. I'm not going to compare it to the Jungle Book, because at least the Jungle Book did a fairly well condition to how they put out the story.
Yeah.
But there's this other version of it that Netflix did, called Mowgli.
Yeah.
And when you compare the two, they are so very different. The storytelling in the Netflix one was so much more well made. And what they did, because they had a different sort of effect with the animals, because they had Andy Serkis involved in it. They actually
Andy Serkis is good.
Yeah, he does so well with motion capture with his effects, and they did such a brilliant idea with the animals in that, because they showed the expression of the animals, they showed the cruelty, they showed a different side to the story that was more gruesome in a way, and well, maybe not gruesome is the right way for many people, but it was just a more brilliant, unique way of telling the story. When Disney just keeps, I know, going through the same lines and making it a little different to tell.
Because I don't think they used mocap for Lion King, did they?
No, they didn't. They just tried to use all CGI, really. It was just another animated film, really.
Yeah. Ugh, fuck you, Disney. We could keep going in a moment if you want. I think maybe we should. Can you feel it's raining?
Yeah, it's going to start raining. Yeah.
Should we see if we can find another location and then keep going for a bit?
Yeah, try doing that, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, see you guys in a sec. We are back with Jack. Jack, I looked on your credit for the Goldilocks movie, and it says, so the movie came out like a couple years ago.
Quite a bit, yeah.
But it's called, it's so only recently it came out, but I looked at your credit on Google, and you're credited. It says Jack, but it's apparently you died in 1984.
Yeah, I have no idea how I've resurrected myself. Oh, well, resurrected. That's the word.
So you're back. You're all right now.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that you're? Have I got my phone? I think I've lost my phone, but
yeah, I've seen it a fair few times. Every time my name pops up or comes up on Google, it comes up as the wrong Jack Barry.
Yeah.
It's like we look at the film and you think that's not the right Jack Barry, but then you think, oh right, it's Jack Barry #1. No.
So that's the #1 Jack Barry.
Yeah. If you go look for it on IMDb, you see that after many others, you look at me and you see, oh, he's Jack Barry number 17.
That's ridiculous. You know, like I don't know. Like, if a movie came out in 2023 or whatever, surely you would know that the guy in it didn't die like 4 years ago.
No, definitely not. I mean, honestly, you can't really mix up that many Jack Barrys in the world, surely. I mean, not even, because otherwise people go ask around thinking, are you really the guy who presented that American TV show all those years ago? No, I'm not. No.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm alive. I'm not.
I'm alive and kicking. And killing, apparently.
Honestly, kick people. We should find whoever set it up and just kick them. That's what you're saying, right? We should kick them?
Well, maybe not kick him exactly.
More murder. We just fucking murder. We are in a pub right now. Try not to, like, be too rowdy, because then we'll have to find somewhere else to film and somewhere else to film. This is a good shot. We Okay, so I didn't actually write this question down.
Okay.
And I'm not rude. I wouldn't usually ask these kind of questions to people who this is only our second time meeting. You know, I want to make a good impression. I'm a polite person.
Yeah.
But my friend, and I'm going to expose her. Her name's Ella. I said, have you got any questions for the Jack Barry? And this is what she said. Jack Barry? Why has he got 2 first names? That's what she said. She said that. And she doesn't even know you. And I said, Ella, why are you slagging this guy off? And then she was like, oh no, I'm not trying to slag him off. I'm just, just wondering why he's got 2 first names. Like, no, that's rude. So I guess you can answer the question, but also say, like, something back to Ella, like, just like, fuck you or something like that.
Well, I'll explain it. So Barry is the family name on my dad's side. Because Barry, as everyone knows from Gary and Stacey, you got Barry Island. So... yes, well, I'm not saying he's actually from Barry Island, but no, I think that's originally where their name comes from, Barry. It's a Welsh name of sorts.
Oh, okay. So I remember you telling me that you're originally, like, from Wales or Welsh or something like that.
Sort of, a bit of a Welsh background of sorts, because my dad, he was a Welshman, and then he came over to Cambridge or London for some work, and then he met my mum, who was a Elwood, and of course they fell in love, got married, and then they started having kids, and then of course the Barry name sort of just went along from there, really.
So you don't think your mum should, because like some feminists, they think that the mother should or the wife should carry the name, you know what I mean? You don't think that should happen? Like, you should have been an Elwood?
I don't know, I mean, maybe sometimes I do think the name Elwood would work. I mean, Jack Elwood, I mean, it does sound more unique.
It's a cool name. It's a cool name.
Yeah, but luckily, well, I was about to say with that. Well, actually, I would mention it because of equity. Yeah. With some actors, when they join equity and they have to have a different name, and because the whole Jack Barry scenario, because they were like 17, including me.
Yeah, there's more than 17, isn't there? You're not the 17th. Well, maybe not the last, are you?
Not the 17th last. I mean, there's surely more Jack Barrys, more out there, probably. Yeah. But for me, because of equity, I had to add in make myself more unique. So it was originally going to be Elwood Jack Barry. But
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that, yeah.
Yeah, but after a bit of well, maybe not my own criticism, because after a while of hearing me being called Elwood, it did sound wrong. So, yeah, with equity, and then changed it to Jack Elwood Barry. And it just stuck, really. It does work. I mean, even just showing it, Jack E. Barry.
Jack E. Barry, yeah.
It does sound more like a girl, but that might be the right thing to confuse people sometimes.
Yeah, because they'll be more memorable. They'll think, we need to hire a girl for this scene, and then you show up, and they're like, we didn't expect that, this is what we need, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might be a bit more, you could even, again, start bossing people around, getting your own ideas in. I think that's how you make it in this industry, Jack. You gotta you go straight to the director.
Oh god, yeah.
And you just say, look, the scene's gonna go how I want it, or I walk.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm sure he'll be like, okay, whatever you want. And then before you know it, you'll be like writing the scenes, getting with the lady from the Andrew Garfield movie in real life as well. Like after the movie, after you're done shooting the scene, she'll think, so I'm gonna do a girl's voice now. Oh, are those it was really hot when you said. Then you told Andrew to go fuck himself, and then you, before you know it, you're here. You know, you're not sitting with some loser with a podcast. You know, you're sitting with a girl, and you're fucking on the table. So go with the pram going by. I don't know. I'm just trying to tell you what I would do if I was an actor, you know?
Yeah. Well, you never know. I mean, even if with a girl-wise, I mean, even in pantomimes definitely work for males. Just dress up as a dame, put in a girlish voice. Oh, hello, nice to meet you. And then cheeky joke comes along and go, oh, cheek. Or, you know, just put a deep voice back on, like, just scare the crap out of people. I'll try and make a laugh out of it.
It's always fun when you're supposed to be a girl and you just suddenly do.
Yeah.
I was in a pantomime.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, over the past 3 days I was in a pantomime. I forgot to mention earlier when you were talking about pantomimes.
Yeah.
But that was fun. I think I told you a lot of what we'd already done, but we did 5 performances over 3 days, and we were always joking like by the fifth performance we'll have it down.
Yeah.
The first couple were like pretty rough, like getting things right, but everyone was having a laugh. The last day, on the Sunday, we did one in the morning, one in the evening, and the morning one wasn't very, it was like 20, 30 people. It was a morning, everyone's tired.
Yeah.
It wasn't very fun. People weren't giving it back. I was like, whenever I'd tell my joke, I'd like look right at the audience, and no one would do anything, and I'd just hold it, and no one was like, But then on the last performance on the Sunday, none of us gave a shit. We were just like, okay, we're gonna pull pranks on each other now, and I did tell you this earlier, but sorry, Jack, I'm like repeating myself here to you.
Don't worry.
But I'm very proud of this prank because I thought I can't do a prank. It's my first time meeting these guys doing this pantomime. But then I got to talking to this lady called Avril, who's playing Captain Morgan, and we were like, no, we got an idea. It's because there's a scene where me and Captain Morgan, we go to the front of the stage, and we're discussing secretly like some treasure, and the 2 bad pirates come up behind us, sneak their table up, and start listening in, And so I was like, Avril, they seem to struggle getting the table up. What if we make them struggle to get it all the way to one side, then all the way to the other? So the plan in the end was, I'll say a line, we'll notice, like, they've approached us. Instead, we're supposed to not notice, but I thought, we'll just notice it, and then we'll say, we'll go over to the other side of the stage, and then we'll start doing it again, and then they followed us again, and I kept turning around and looking at them like, oh, they followed us again, and I could see on their faces like, oh no, they're going to make us keep going back and forth.
Oh,
and so we kept doing it for a bit, but then obviously I messed myself up. I just forgot my lines like while I was doing it. But then we went off stage, and that was funny. Someone got a shoe chucked at their head. They were chucking balls. There was a random. I don't even know if this is a prank or what, but like randomly, like just a musical segment started happening halfway through a scene, and like all these actors and people who were just behind set came on, just throw people off. Anyway, it was fun. I could talk endlessly. It's because it's like I've just done 3 days of it. It's like very much in my brain, but it's fun. Yeah. What have you done many pantomimes?
Quite a few. I mean, I've just finished. Well, just finished because we are at the end of January.
Yeah.
So, buddy, throughout December, I was on this tour. Throughout the whole of, on tour in the north of England. So, the production we did was Dick Whittington, and we were going to primary schools in Leeds, Liverpool, Manchester.
Cool.
I think at one point, actually, also, we did go to a primary school in Blackpool, who actually, I don't know which kids, if they were there still or not, but they actually ended up in the final of Britain's Got Talent one year.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's cool.
That was quite a bit of a step up, because now we're thinking, oh my god, we had to perform a pantomime in front of these kids. I'm thinking, okay, we have got to step up probably. But it was actually okay, because the headmaster, how he portrayed himself on the show is almost exactly how he was in real life. I mean, you would see a headmaster as this like strict professional person who just wants to make sure that no one gets hurt and all that, but he was fun.
Oh,
he
good.
was genuinely a fun person, and he encouraged the kids to just enjoy themselves, really. I mean, they weren't actually even as rowdy as we thought, really. They were just enjoying themselves with all the jokes and with all the songs as well. I mean, even when I did my dance to Bye Bye Bye, you know, the Deadpool dance thing.
Wait, did you do the Deadpool dance?
Yeah, exactly that. For the dance itself. And all the kids were just enjoying themselves, and a lot of the times they would clap at the very end, and I just had to just, thank you. Oh, you're much more nicer than Simon Cowell.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. That's got to be, I bet, to be relieved like that and to know that, you know, the headmaster, I think as long as the guy in charge is, like, happy with what's going on, it's like, okay. We can all relax.
Yeah.
That's fun.
No, I mean, all the other shows did really well with Dick Whittington were absolutely amazing. Although, probably not my most favourite. My most favourite pantomime of all...
That you've done?
Yeah, ever that I've probably done, would have to have been Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, yeah? What were you in Alice in Wonderland?
So now I was the bad guy, the Knave of Hearts.
Yeah.
I think what I enjoyed most about the character was not just... was the different way I probably acted it for him, but also his costume.
Yeah.
Even though it was... some of it was more what I had back at home. It was like a steampunk sort of style, really. So he had the top hats, the steampunk goggles on top, the cane as well, with the smashingly awesomely looking red trench coat of sorts. So it all just fitted the character very well, and altogether, I mean, because normally in Alice in Wonderland it's the Queen of Hearts that's the villain, but to have it as the Knave of Hearts, it made it more, just way more extraordinary, really. Well, I mean, yeah, definitely extraordinary. Yeah, and much more fun to play with.
I definitely want to play a bad guy. I didn't get it this time, but I want to play a bad guy.
You do good as a bad guy in the pantomime.
You think?
Yeah.
Because I am a bad guy.
Yeah.
Everything I've said so far is true, by the way. Like, luring the kids into killing people and stuff. It's all true. It's all true. I wanted to be one of the villains, and then getting to see my friend Judith, she was one of the pirates who, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, fuck, I wish I had her role, but she was really good. She probably did better than I would, but that kind of role is what I want. You get on stage and everyone boos you, and you go, yeah, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Boo back at the audience, you know.
Yeah, you get the boos when you go into the audience, and also you get the boos when you go into a pub. It's just all exactly what you need, really.
Yeah, I get and whenever I go anywhere, I get the boos. So it's like I feel like it fits in, you know. You haven't started booing me yet, but you will. You will.
Yeah, well.
Because I haven't told you this yet, but I can't give you a lift back to your car. You know, it's I'm gonna get pissed at this pub now. Like, I don't have any money, so I need you to give me money so I can get pissed and not give you a lift back.
Yeah, well, probably jog it. Yeah, can't be that hard.
You're a jogger. That's why you got that role, because you're a jogger.
Yeah, that role in the film.
You need a fit actor.
Yeah, luckily I was just able to. I don't even know how many kilometres or miles I've probably covered that day, really, just going up and down. But I know with marathon training as well, you have to really build up your stamina and your strength, really, just to try and cover that entire distance.
How long is a marathon?
In distance or in time?
Or both. What's the distance first?
Well, in distance is about maybe 26 miles.
Wow.
Which is about 42 kilometres altogether for that. For some, if you walk a marathon, it will at least take you 8 hours to complete it. So,
wow.
Because they even have some other things where you trek mountains or walk, is simply walk it, and average people always take about at least 8 hours to complete it. So, but for joggers, I'd say maybe the fastest time is probably maybe around, I'd guess maybe 3 hours, maybe even less for an actual professional just to run a marathon. But for someone like me, I'm still training up to try and at least maybe get 4.5 hours. So that's my aim for this time round.
4.5 hours, okay. Yeah. I've heard, I don't know if you watched Casey Neistat. I think he's trying to get a sub 3 hour on a marathon.
Oh, yeah,
that sounds tough.
That would be absolute agony. I mean, that's why you got a lot of runners probably that sort of shape and size, where, you know, that tall, that thin, they're dying away all their weight just to reach the end of that finish line.
Yeah, I see, there's clips of, when they're approaching the marathon, and they're literally, dragging. They look like their muscles are just giving way. You know? Do you get like that?
Oh god, I think I must have by the last one. Because last year was just hard enough for me, and that was because I stopped at the 20-mile margin, thinking, "Oh god, my legs are dead. I'm not gonna make it." But then when the carriage came along, I was like, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna carry on. I'm gonna finish to the end.
Good. Yeah, 6 more miles. I only don't do like a 5k. That's 3.1 miles, and that's like, that's enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't, and I can do it without stopping, but I do stop sometimes to like. I have asthma, and I take my asthma puffers. And it's so stupid, but I vape sometimes as well. Yeah. I shouldn't be vaping with asthma. I went running with my friend Mark, and he was sucking on his vape while he was running. I was like, Mark, it's gonna fuck you up, like. And he has asthma as well. He's a silly guy. I think what I need to do to get my lungs going is I need to get back into running, because I'm getting it's not like a big problem, but sometimes I just wake up gasping for air, like my lungs aren't doing too good. But whenever I've ran and my lungs are in good state, it's like, yeah, I'm fine. It's my favourite sport, or not sport, but it's my favourite exercise to do with running. Yeah,
definitely it's the cardio going with all the exercise going around. Although it does make you lose a lot of weight as well.
Yeah. I've had that issue, actually, because I used to weigh not a lot at all, and it was hard to get into running when I weighed that weight. But I've just recently got to like 67 kilograms, which is quite good for me.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It might actually be the heaviest I've ever been. And I'm trying to like stay around there, because I feel quite healthy right now in terms of like, you know, not being so weak.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, if I start running, this is gonna go. Yeah, I don't know. Do you struggle with losing weight or gaining weight?
It's hard to say. I mean, when I started running, I was about probably 13 stone, and then just now at this point, I'm about maybe coming up to 11.5 or 4, so it has dropped quite a bit.
Do you want to drop, or do you want to gain?
I don't know, it's hard to say, really. I mean, because you know when they say with some gym workers, they focus a lot on the upper body, but not so much on leg work.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite for me, because I always focus a lot more on my legs, but I'm not doing a lot of my upper body work. So because I would like to keep my upper body look, you know, get the abs, get the chest out.
You need protein, don't you?
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. Get more of the protein in and try to push harder to actually do push-ups or chin-ups. You know, just any like gym work really, just to really help out.
Yeah. I like doing repetitive stuff, which I guess is all pretty repetitive. But I used to like doing press-ups. That was my thing. Press-ups, run. But I don't really know what I was really working out by press-ups, to be honest. Yeah. I never really had any plan. I just thought, if I can do press-ups, I'll be strong. Yeah, I want to start going to the gym, though.
Yeah.
But I went with my friends recently, my brother and my friend Mark, and we were just messing around. Like, we couldn't help ourselves. We were just chucking weights at each other. It's like, I don't know if we really worked. That's not really working out.
No.
we got tired, but we didn't really. Yeah. I think I get bored. I like repetitive things if I'm by myself. I can focus on the workout. But then if I go with a friend, I'm just gonna mess about, I think.
Yeah. It all comes down to how focused you are sometimes, really. I mean, I'm not really sure, because even just on long runs, I just sort of space out, really.
Do you listen to music?
Sort of. I mean, I did used to listen to a lot of music, but a lot of it is like, you know, heart up, beat up sort of music. I can't remember what it had, like Sandstorm.
Oh,
yeah, that big massive one. I don't know if I described it as big massive, but I can't remember any others.
It was a big hit.
Yeah. But
that music video is all about running, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. That's probably why it's a running song, because people saw the music video and just thought, yeah.
I think that's like the only like instrumental music I actually. I mean, no, because I like other bits of like instrumental music. You know, like the epic trailer music. That goes on for the trailers. That I like listening to because it's very inspiring sometimes.
Yeah. You think I'm in a movie right now, and I'm running to save the kids from Oliver. You know what I mean? I sometimes I've like tried to like, you know, really put on like some sort of like badass music and pretend I'm like running into battle or something. Some people say they do like a run to like, you know, they put on horror music and they're like running away from something. But I can never quite get that in my brain. But like the fucking, if I'm like, yeah, fuck, yeah, and I'm like, you know, some, do you know the video game Doom?
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the newer ones have this soundtrack where it's like, and I'm just like running like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking, I can kill, you know, if anyone gets on my radar right now, I'll kill him. You know what I mean? And I do end up killing people. And but you know, prison time can only help with strength, I think.
Yeah, they have all the criminals just getting their weights on and all that, trying to be the big man.
But that's the thing. You gotta be the big man in prison, because otherwise you're gonna be the little. Otherwise you'll be the little spoon. You gotta be the big spoon.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I prefer to be the little spoon.
You'd prefer to be the little spoon?
No, I think bigger spoon's better. Little spoon, well, you're gonna get spooned.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta train. You know, you gotta work out your dick muscle. You know.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, someone else in there will be working out their dick muscles.
Yeah.
And
it's a nightmare way, because sometimes this way I look butch, but the other way I look like a 2D man, because like this way is better, but this way I look like a piece of paper.
Oh, I see. I think from this way I look like a hunchback, you know, hunching over, and then this way I look really cool.
Yeah.
You know? I look really fucking cool. Yeah, I look cool.
Just one day just come out like Mr. Fantastic, or no, was it Mr. Fantastic, or I can't remember the superhero where he's like 2D, where you can see him regular one way, but the other way he's just absolutely paper
Elastic?
thin.
Mr. Elastic?
Maybe that might have been him.
Is he one of the Fantastic Four?
Maybe, yeah, might have been, yeah.
I don't know. I know that there's one of them that get elastic and he gets flat.
Yeah.
Should I have a look at a question?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Let's see if I've got any more. You know, we've been going for like almost an hour. You know, this has been good. Oh, when was the last time you took a fucking shit?
That is not actually that long ago, but it must have been just yesterday.
Yeah? Oh, you haven't pooped today?
No.
Do you want to poop together on camera?
Probably not right now. I don't think they'd appreciate it.
No. We'll go back to your house and we'll do a poo at your house. Back to back.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried. Well, I don't want to answer that.
I'll come over. You know, you go in there and either if you're feeling it, leave the door unlocked and I'll come in. But if you're not, lock the door and I'll fucking kick it down and shit everywhere.
Yeah. No, I tell you what, that was really what was happening over the weekend. I was getting nerves of steel happening over the weekend.
Nerves of steel? How come? What was happening?
Well, just the auditions that are happening. So, because Sunday I went to London for... There were two auditions that were happening that day. So, one of them was for potentially a feature film.
Yeah.
Which is... I don't know what it is. So, maybe it's like a horror film or maybe something like drastic or something. And the other was to try and get a job as a vocalist in the holiday park.
Oh,
somewhere,
yeah. And what did you sing? You sung Elton John?
Yeah, it was Elton John's I'm Still Standing and Bobby Williams' Angels.
Yeah. Do you think... How do you reckon your chances are on that?
It felt like a high chance for me. I mean, beforehand with Bobby, because his songs are all very hard to sing all together, really, but Angels... I felt like I completely smashed it.
Yeah.
Really, especially on that day. I mean, it was hard to tell because... You know, on stage you get all the lights shining on you can't see. So I couldn't tell how their judge faces were. I mean, I think some of them were impressed, and others were like, maybe Simon Cowell just look at Stone like... I mean, they're just... I can't... I don't know what's... Did I say stoned? Did I say stoned?
Oh, stern.
Stern.
Yes.
How'd you look stoned? I mean...
Can I get I hate to do this to you. Can I get a sample of what you sung?
Let's see. Okay, try this. I sit and wait. Does a man walk down a long way street? I look above, and I know I'll always be blessed with love. So when I'm lying in my bed, thoughts running through my head, and I feel that love is dead, I'm loving angels instead. I'll cut there.
Jack, holy shit! That was good! You've got that. If you did that, you've got that, surely.
Sure, well, yeah. I mean, the chorus always for me. I won't sing it now because it is quite shy, and I don't know how many people will be able to hear it from here, but...
yeah, you get shy.
Well, maybe a little bit. On stage, it's completely gone, but in public, it's more the case that someone says, "Shut it, I'm trying to sleep here."
Yeah. I guess on stage, you're meant to be singing, so it's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the one expression I would like to see whenever I do sing is when someone does a shocked face, like
Yeah.
oh my god, he could actually sing.
I was shocked just then. I don't know if I was pulling the shocked face, but I was definitely like, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect from you singing.
Oh no, the one thing you don't want to see in an audience is when someone goes, ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, when you just go off key or something like that, and you just go, ooh, like that or something.
Yeah. I didn't notice you go off key.
No. Well, not yet anyway.
You know what? It's starting to rain. You know, it's starting to rain. Do you think it's raining now for good?
It does look it now, yeah.
Because, well, what have we got here? You know, I've got a question here. I'll make this one the last one.
Go ahead, yep.
Would you rather have feet for toes or feet toe hands?
Ooh. Feet for toes or feet toe hands?
Feet for toes or feet toe hands?
That is tough. I mean, I'd probably say probably feet toe hands. I mean, it might be a bit bigger, but I mean, they're still fingers, or in a way. I mean, just a bit more bigger and short. I mean, I know because they'd be different size. So it'd be like one's big, one's a bit tiny. So we're looking at maybe something like.
So what do you think? So you choose feet toe hands. What is a feet toe hand? I wrote that without really thinking what it meant, to be honest. What to you does that mean?
I don't know. I think it means like just a regular size hand, but with maybe everything's just more stubby in a way.
Yeah. So okay, feet toe. Oh yeah. So you'd prefer feet toe hands, like small feet.
Yeah.
Instead of each of your toes being a foot.
Yeah, pretty much like that, really. Yeah.
Because if that would be ridiculous, like 5 feet per leg.
Oh no, it'd make running immensely incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have like and swimming.
Oh god, yeah, swimming. Yeah.
But although I don't know, because each foot would be attached to just that little toe joint. It might be a little bit painful. Oh, that might just hurt.
I know, if jellyfish can do it.
Yeah.
Oh no, they may not have it. They just got tentacles.
No, jellyfish are known for their 5 feet. I'm gonna restart the camera real quick. Jack, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Do you want to get a Polaroid of us?
Yeah, get Polaroid in.
Yeah, let's have a look here. Where is this?
I think I almost mispronounced it. I think I meant Polaroid then or something.
Wait a second.
I thought I was about to say Polaroid or I don't know, something that might sound pretty bad.
Polaroid?
Polaroid, parole. I don't know.
You know, I was saying Polaroid. So I'm going to take the picture and we can do 2, so you can keep one and I can keep one.
Yeah, no, awesome.
And if you ever want to come back on, I'd love to have you back on, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. You're in that? There you go. So there's one.
I think I may have blinked.
Yeah, I think I might have too. There you go, there's one. We'll do one more. There we go. Oh, might blink again there, to be honest. Oh. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
Oh, do you need me to say something as well?
Stop.